WDB Sports.
Night in and night out.
Yeah, and let's not forget this part of it. Miami is a good team. They're coached by Jim Larinaga, who's taken George Mason and Miami to the Final Four. Miami to the Final Four last year. Brandon Huntley had a tremendous game against Normand Ochier, the Miami center, who was one of the best big men in the country last year. He had a career high against him. He drove the ball. He was forceful. He was determined. Mike James had the best game of his career, came out and hit 4 threes, and then made a clutch shot near the end. It was a game where they had the lead, they gave up the lead, but in the end, they got it back and didn't give it up. They need to take the momentum and build on it Saturday when they come home to play NC State and get their first 2-game winning streak in the ACC. And then we'll have something new to talk about on Monday.
That's right.
Stay with us here at WDRB and WDRB.com. Just click on sports.
Well, that would be something. A 2-game win streak at 11. We'll hear much more from Jeff Walz on tonight's one-sided win and see how the Bellarmine men are faring at North Alabama.
All right, Tom, we'll see you then. Thanks.
Mark, I'm not looking forward to the wind or these frigid temperatures, but I would be okay with a little bit of snow.
Yeah, we were discussing this earlier. Fallon wants to see some snow. You know what? I will tell you, there's a couple of opportunities. Is this Arctic air going to be coming with no snow at all? My answer is I don't think so. But are we talking about several inches or something really light? I'll go through that. But I think that we have to deal with potential heavy rain tomorrow. Wind gusts over 50 will be widespread, and some over 60 miles per hour. I've been asked, can this produce widespread wind power outages like what we saw in March? Trees had leaves then, and that makes a big difference. So do I think some scattered power outages are possible tomorrow? I do. Weather Service right now does not have us under a high wind warning. There's been much debate about this behind the scene. I will tell you, I'm fine. If we end up with a high-end wind advisory or a low-end high wind warning, my messaging won't change. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. My opinion is I would go with a high wind warning, and I'm going to make the case. I think that we are going to see some isolated wind gusts to 60. I also think with the potentially strong and even some severe thunderstorms tomorrow evening, having the high wind warning will message, I think, that expectation a little bit better. Again, I understand that you can put severe thunderstorm warnings on that, and there may be some. But I just think the high wind warning message is that we're going to see 58-mile-per-hour wind gusts in instances tomorrow, and I think that's going to be very, very possible. So the rain has not made it here yet. It'll get here a little bit after daybreak. Louisville made it to a high of 53 degrees. I'll spend a little bit of time looking at a couple cameras, and you can see, regardless of where you are, cool, not ultra breezy, dry. I will also mention that some of these numbers are pretty close to the freezing mark, so it is possible that we start with a little bit of a burst of sleet as this begins tomorrow morning. Where's the low? Well, 63 Dallas, 24 Wichita. It's breezy. So let me put in the wind chills. 9 in Wichita. Wow. It's getting cold, right? It is. And now you've got these minus 40 wind chills seeping into the U.S. They've made it into Montana. Somebody asked me when I posted the Yellowknife wind chill. Yeah, last night it was minus 61. Tonight it's minus 63. Somebody asked, does anybody live there? 19,500 people live there with a wind chill of minus 63 right now. This is the Titanic low that moves across our area tomorrow, and we'll take a look at this so we can inspect the threats. I've got winds on here for you so you can get an idea. Daybreak, they're not as strong. But you can see once we get to mid-late morning, you're looking at widespread wind gusts north of 50 miles an hour. I think there will be many of those. I'm concerned between 2 and 8 with a little bit of a clearing slot here. We're probably going to see those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in instances. And then this coming through around 4, they may be severe warm showers. It is indeed possible. This then goes through. And I want to show you that there are some light but windy snow showers behind this. Of interest as we then exit is the Arctic air surge is in on Saturday night into early Sunday. And the data does show an area of light snow. I do think a half an inch of snow could occur Saturday night. And by Sunday morning, your wind chill is now sub-zero. The afternoon comes in near 1. I want to show you what is the European computer model. And early next week, you can see it keeps most of the snow under us. Is this real, or could we still see snow? That disturbance is a break off of the polar vortex that's coming after a Titanic storm. You're like, that's complicated. How can the models get that right? Bingo. It's still a challenge. We need to get the Titanic low by us tomorrow, and then we'll get a better sense. Louisville's still likely to see half an inch, maybe inch and a quarter. Northwestern part of our area, inch and a half. You're going to probably be the big winner on this one. Tonight, we've got a 30% chance. Your morning drive will see increasing rain in that second half of the drive, post 7. Tomorrow, we'll reach a high of 53 degrees. Be aware, winds of 50 and some instances north of 60 are in play. That can cause power outages. We'll watch Saturday night into Sunday for an area of light snow on the Arctic surge. I've got a 30% on MLK Day, and Tuesday carries a 40% at 19. Now, my low by Wednesday is 9. But if there was a minor snowpack in the area, we may go sub-zero.
All right. Thanks, Mark. We are 100 days out from Thunder over Louisville. It'll be here before you know it. And tonight, we're going to show you how the massive air show gets off the ground on the other side of the country.
Plus, a southern Indiana man was arrested for having a gun. How police used a bomb robot to put him in custody.
Friday's Mega Race jackpot up to $187 million. Saturday's Powerball, $77 million. We'll be right back.